Hey guys, and welcome to Girls Gone Fishing. Today I'm going to show you how to make a very cheap and simple way of making mead, also known as honey wine. This video actually goes out to my good friend Barry. We kind of like rubbed it in his face that we made some mead and he wanted to try it and he wanted me to put the recipe online so he can do it step by step. So this is for him, but I mean anyone else who wants to give it a go for it. Let us know how it turns out in the end. Be interesting to know what everyone's feelings are on it. Okay, very simple. I'm going to go with I'm going to show you how to do it if you're not really getting into wanting to get demijohns and stuff. So if you just want to go out, try it, see if it's something you like, you don't want to spend all the money on the equipment, this is the way to go for it. So what you need first of all is a vessel. I'm going to go with 5 litres here, as that's what I've measured all my stuff out for. Like this water bottle, it only cost me like £1.25 full of water. I took some of the water out already, as you can see. It's about a quarter full still, and I boiled a bit of it and added a bit of cold water to it, which I have in here, which will help the honey run a bit smoother. Also have 5 jars of this clear honey. They were £1.5, that was the cheapest I could find for each one, for 454 grams of it. So all in all, that's £5.25 there, so that's hardly anything. Got myself a large lemon here, that was 35p. You might be able to find that cheaper in bulk or whatever, but just for, if you're trying it out for just one lemon, 35p. And then you also need your yeast. Yeast you can get in small packets. Wilco's do them online, you can get them easy online. They're roughly about £1.50 for a packet. Or if you feel like you want to do it in bulk, you can get it cheaper by getting it in a little pot. I've got some fast acting yeast. It doesn't really matter what yeast you use. Just pick up any old wine yeast or whatever. It all works the same. So then, let's get cracking. So first thing you want to do before you start absolutely anything is sterilise everything. You can use some, if you're like a mum or a dad and you've got like some sterilising tablets left from baby bottling, they're perfect to use. Anything, as long as you can get your equipment sterilised, you're fine. What we're going to use is a funnel. Not necessarily needed, but I find it easier to use the funnel to get the honey into the container without it going all over the place. I also get this long wooden spoon will do, or anything like you can reach the bottom to give it a good stir at the end. Obviously a knife for the lemon, and I've got a little Tupperware lid there to cut the lemon on so it don't go all over the place. Right, so to start off we want to get these honey jars opened, which I'm struggling to do already. There we go. So you'll find that the honey is very thick. It takes a long time, as you can probably see, to dribble down there. So what I kind of tend to do is empty as much of the honey as I can into the funnel, allow that to drip, and then that semi-hot water, just pour an amount of it in there, in the jar. Put the lid back on. Now don't go crazy with this, else you'll find out from the heat it will kind of like hit the top and it will just like spew out all over the place. You just want to give it a nice turn just to try and get it all off the sides. Swizzle it round a bit, just to get the rest of the honey what's in there nice and runny, and then just simply add that to your funnel, and you'll notice that the honey that's left in the funnel will just instantly drop through with the heat. Nice clean jar. Now then, repeat that for the other 5 jars, just doing the same again. Now that one opened a lot easier. Put it in as much as you can. Add more hot water or warm water. Give it a nice stir. And pour that bad boy in. Now I'm going to carry on these other 3 and I'm back with you guys in a second. So now I want to get that lemon give it a slice in half. There we go. And I actually forgot to get a little jar for this. There you go. I sterilised this earlier, I just forgot to bring it in. Right, what you want to do, instead of pouring it directly in there, because you don't want the lemon pips in there, you want to pour it into a separate vessel to begin with. If you've got a juicer, even better. I haven't, so I'm just going to give them a good squeeze. Try and get as much juice out as you can. And the other one too. This will help the yeast as well as give it a little bit of a nice little tang. Now then, the beauty of this recipe with making mead is honey is like about 90% sugar as it is anyway, so you don't have to worry about adding more sugar in. All the sugar is already in the actual honey. So just use that spoon that you used to get the yeast to begin with and just get the little seeds out. We've got quite a lot of seeds actually. Might have growing some lemons. Let's say be 35p, or that'd be awesome. No, anyway. Yeah, just make sure you do get all those little seeds out. Yeah, that looks good. Get that pulp out as well. Right, pour that in with your little demijohn, like so. Okay, now you can see it's filled up. It's got little bits floating around, that's just the yeast, nothing to worry about. But the problem I've got at the moment is all the honey is settled on the bottom, and I don't want that. I need it to mix up, so that's where the long handled spoon comes into it. Now if you haven't got a long handled spoon, just put the lid on and just keep swirling it round, trying to get it all stirred up. I just find it easier just to use the handle of a spoon. Plus, I know what I'm like. I'm very accident prone. I'll just take it off first. I'll stop shaking you guys. That looks good. There you go. It should be evenly mixed. Colour evenly mixed, no light heavy at the bottom and light at the top or anything like that, just nice and even. Okay, now then, your next step would be to actually put a balloon or something over the top and then put a little tiny pinprick in the balloon, and what that will do is as the gases start to release from the fermentation of the yeast and the sugar, it will the balloon will start to blow up, and with the hole being in the balloon with the pinprick, it will just slowly release but not let anything in at the same time, because you do not want any foreign yeast or little bugs or anything getting in this once you get it airtight. It wants to be nothing going in, just gas going out. Okay guys, this is actually a couple of days later as my GoPro was full, so I had to empty out all the footage before I could carry on filming. I did forget to actually show you the part where I made the yeast up and added it in. All you got to do is just follow the instructions on the back, add it in a little bit of lukewarm water, empty the sachet or put a teaspoon in of your yeast into the lukewarm water, give it a stir, let it activate before pouring it in. And then I added on this balloon with a tiny little prick hole that I put in with a needle just to let the gas release. So as you can see, it's bubbling. That's the yeast eating away its sugar. It's going up into this balloon. The balloon is inflating and releasing it from the tiny little hole on top. And with the hole being so small, it should prevent bacteria and other like bad yeast and bugs getting in there. So hopefully it should be lovely mead by the end of it and not vinegar. If you did want to go ahead and get some actual glass demijohns, there's my little collection here. I mean, it's the exact same recipe and everything like that, it's just in a glass demijohn rather than a plastic bottle and a balloon. Now the demijohns, I've seen them new at Wilko's, well my local Wilko's anyway, they're £8 each there. The bungs and the airlocks, you can get them from the Wilko's as well, 2 of them for £3, so for £11 you've got a set there. But you'd probably want a second demijohn really for when you like racking up, so for like, what's that, £18, £19, yeah, for £19 you've got two demijohns, 2 airlocks and 2 bungs, which will be enough to make you mead. As you can see, I've got 2 more mead there, number 2 and 3 are mead. That's elderberry, it's actually finished fermenting, I'm just waiting for it to clear more. Got the deep red one, that's actually mead with cherry, Viking blood I believe it's called. And this one that looks a bit like strawberry milkshake, which probably doesn't look so strawberry milkshakey on the camera, that's rhubarb. My dad and sister had to make rhubarb wine, so that's for my dad. He doesn't even drink that much, so yeah. Anyway, in another month and a half to 2 months this will be ready for racking, which will be when I next do my next video about it. And all you'll need for the racking stage is another vessel for it to go into, so you need to get another 5-litre bottle and just do some tea or coffee or drink a lot of water. You also need something to siphon it through, so some tubing will be perfect. And that's it for the next video, so just get hold of a vessel and some tubing for siphoning. And then hopefully after that we'll do another video where we bottle it, and you shall end up with about 7 of these bottles, depending what size bottles you're going to go for. This is a Smirnoff bottle of 75 cl sort of thing, yeah, 75 cl, and this will be the finished colour. As you can see, it's lovely and clear, like a lovely clear golden colour. That's what we're going to end up with. And if you are thinking of doing several bottles at a time, like I've got several different flavours here, what I've done is I've added these labels on with numbers on, and then I've got a board there, and what I do is I just put on what is actually in the bottle, I don't know if you see that, and the date it was put in, and then the next date, what will be next to them as I'm about to write down the elderflower, will be the date it was racked, so I know what date it was created, what date it was racked, and then obviously when it's bottled I can rub that out, and when I fill another demijohn it will be added on there. So there we go guys, I'll see you in about a month to 2 months for the next video. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and just comment below, let us know if you're gonna have a go at this, if you've tried it before, what you think's gonna, like, if you've ever tried mead before. In fact, just let us know. It's always nice to hear from you guys, so have fun drinking. Laters.